Have you ever felt like you're walking a different path from everyone else? That feeling of being out of step with the crowd might not be a quirk or a flaw. It could be a sign of your true calling. In this video, we'll explore 7 telltale signs that suggest your destiny might be that of a lone wolf, charting a unique course through life's wild and unpredictable terrain. Picture this: a quiet room, a comfortable chair, and nothing but your thoughts for company. For many, this scenario might induce boredom or loneliness, but for you, it's a slice of heaven. The first sign that you might be destined for the lone wolf life is your ability to not just tolerate, but truly thrive in solitude. You find that your most productive and creative moments often come when you're alone. Ideas flow more freely, problems seem to solve themselves, and time slips away unnoticed as you delve deep into your passions and projects. It's as if the absence of external distractions allows your mind to expand, reaching new heights of clarity and insight. This love for solitude goes beyond mere productivity. You've discovered that spending time alone is how you recharge your batteries. After a long day of interacting with others, nothing feels more rejuvenating than retreating to your personal space. Whether it's reading a book, working on a hobby, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, these solitary activities act as a balm for your soul, soothing any stress or tension you've accumulated. However, this preference for solitude doesn't mean you're antisocial. You're capable of enjoying the company of others, but you're selective about when and how you engage. You understand that your need for alone time is not a weakness or a flaw, but a vital component of your well-being and personal growth. Have you ever found yourself at a bustling party, surrounded by laughter and chatter, yet feeling oddly disconnected? For many destined to be lone wolves, social interactions, especially large gatherings, can feel more like a marathon than a celebration. It's not that you dislike people, far from it, but there's an undeniable sense of exhaustion that creeps in when you're immersed in social situations for extended periods. This fatigue isn't just physical, it's a deep soul-level tiredness that seems to sap your energy and enthusiasm. You might find yourself seeking out quiet corners at events, or feeling an overwhelming urge to retreat to the solace of your home after just a few hours of socializing. It's as if each interaction draws from a limited well of social energy, and once that well runs dry, you're left feeling drained and out of sorts. Interestingly, this doesn't apply to all social interactions equally. You might notice that one-on-one conversations or small group discussions with close friends don't have the same draining effect. This aspect of your nature can sometimes be misunderstood by others. Friends or family might interpret your need for alone time as aloofness or disinterest, but for you, it's a vital part of maintaining your emotional and mental well-being. You've come to recognize that honoring this need for recovery is not selfish, but necessary. Independence isn't just a preference for you, it's a fundamental part of who you are. This strong sense of self-reliance is another clear indicator that you might be destined for the lone wolf path. You've always felt most comfortable when you're in control of your own decisions, charting your own course through life's twists and turns. This independence manifests in various aspects of your life. When faced with decisions, big or small, you trust your own judgment above all else. While you may seek advice or consider different perspectives, ultimately, you rely on your inner compass to guide you. This self-trust has led you to make choices that others might find unconventional or even risky, but which feel deeply right to you. Your comfort with going against the grain is another testament to your independent nature. You're not swayed by popular opinion or societal expectations. Instead, you evaluate situations based on your own values and insights. This might mean pursuing an unconventional career path, adopting a lifestyle that raises eyebrows, or holding beliefs that challenge the status quo. Perhaps most tellingly, you pursue your personal goals without needing external validation. While others might seek constant approval or reassurance, You're content to work towards your objectives quietly and diligently. Your motivation comes from within, a deep-seated drive to fulfill your potential and live life on your own terms. This doesn't mean you're immune to doubt or insecurity, but rather that you've learned to push through these feelings, fueled by your own determination and self-belief. Your independent spirit is both a gift and a responsibility. It allows you to carve out a unique path in life, one that truly reflects your values and aspirations. But it also requires courage and resilience, as the lone wolf path is not always the easiest one to tread. Yet for you, the freedom to be true to yourself is worth any challenges that may arise. In a world that often seems to value conformity, you've always felt like a square peg in a round hole. This difficulty in adhering to social norms is another strong indication that you might be destined for the lone wolf life. It's not that you're deliberately trying to be different or rebellious. Rather, you have an innate tendency to question and challenge societal expectations. From a young age, you may have found yourself puzzled by certain social conventions that everyone else seemed to accept without question. Why do we celebrate this way? Why is this behavior considered acceptable while that one isn't? This questioning nature isn't born from a desire to be contrary, but from a genuine curiosity about the world and a need to understand the reasoning behind social constructs. Your nonconformist nature might have caused friction in various areas of your life, in school, at work, or in personal relationships. You may have been labeled as difficult or odd by those who don't understand your need to question and challenge the status quo. However, this very trait is often what allows lone wolves to make significant contributions to society, pushing boundaries and inspiring change. There's something about the rustling of leaves in the wind, the gentle babbling of a brook, or the majestic silence of a snow-capped mountain that speaks to your soul in a way that human company rarely does. This profound connection with nature is another hallmark of those destined for the lone wolf path. In the natural world, you find a sense of peace and belonging that often eludes you in human society. For you, nature isn't just a backdrop for outdoor activities. It's a sanctuary, a teacher, and a source of endless wonder. You might find that your most clarifying moments of insight or your deepest feelings of contentment come when you're surrounded by trees, gazing at a starlit sky, or listening to the rhythmic crash of ocean waves. Your love for the natural world likely influences your lifestyle choices as well. You might prefer hiking or camping to crowded city breaks when planning vacations. Weekends might find you tending to a garden, exploring local trails, or simply sitting quietly in a park, soaking in the serenity. Even in your daily life, you might go out of your way to incorporate elements of nature, perhaps keeping plants in your living space, choosing natural materials for your clothing and furnishings, or ensuring you have a view of greenery from your windows. However, this deep bond with nature can sometimes intensify your feelings of being out of step with modern society. In a world that often seems disconnected from its natural roots, your reverence for the earth and its creatures might set you apart. But it's precisely this connection that gives you strength, grounding you in something larger than yourself and providing a constant source of renewal and inspiration. For you, life isn't just about existing. It's about evolving, learning, and constantly pushing the boundaries of your own potential. This intense focus on personal growth and self-discovery is another clear sign that you're walking the path of a lone wolf. While others might be content with the status quo, you're driven by an insatiable curiosity about yourself and the world around you. Your journey of self-improvement is ongoing and multifaceted. You might find yourself drawn to a wide range of subjects, from philosophy and psychology to quantum physics and ancient wisdom traditions. Each new area of study is not just an academic exercise, but a tool for understanding yourself and your place in the universe more deeply. You approach life as a continuous learning experience, always seeking new insights and perspectives that can help you grow. Your introspective nature is another key aspect of this focus on personal growth. You spend a significant amount of time in self-reflection, examining your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with a keen eye. This isn't mere navel-gazing. It's a purposeful effort to understand your motivations, overcome your limitations, and align your actions with your deepest values. You might keep a journal, practice meditation, or engage in other contemplative practices as part of this ongoing self-exploration. This intense focus on personal development often leads you to value experiences over material possessions. While others might measure success by their bank balance or the size of their house, you find greater fulfillment in the richness of your inner life and the breadth of your experiences. You're more likely to spend your resources on travel, workshops, or books that expand your horizons than on luxury items or status symbols. Yet for you, this journey of growth is not just a choice, it's a necessity. It's what gives your life meaning and purpose. Your lone wolf nature allows you to pursue this path with a single-minded focus that others might find difficult to understand or maintain. But it's precisely this dedication to your own evolution that allows you to bring unique insights and contributions to the world around you. In a world that often equates popularity with having a large social circle, you've always marched to the beat of a different drum. For you, it's not about the quantity of relationships, but the quality. This selective approach to forming connections is another telltale sign of your lone wolf destiny. You understand, perhaps instinctively, that meaningful relationships are rare and precious, and you choose to invest your time and energy accordingly. Your friendships, while few in number, are characterized by their depth and authenticity. You're not interested in superficial acquaintances or maintaining a wide network of casual contacts. Instead, you seek out kindred spirits, individuals who share your values, understand your perspective, and appreciate your unique way of moving through the world. When you do form a connection with someone, it tends to be intense and long-lasting. You're willing to be vulnerable, to share your true self, and to engage in deep, meaningful conversations that go far beyond small talk. These relationships often have a tim. When you do form a connection with someone, it tends to be intense and long-lasting. You're willing to be vulnerable, to share your true self, and to engage in deep, meaningful conversations that go far beyond small talk. These relationships often have a timeless quality. You might go months without speaking to a close friend, only to pick up right where you left off when you reconnect, as if no time has passed at all. This selective approach to relationships extends to your romantic life as well. You're not interested in casual dating or fleeting connections. Instead, you seek a partner who can truly understand and appreciate your lone wolf nature, someone who respects your need for independence and solitude, while also forming a deep, meaningful bond. In the end, your selective approach to relationships is a reflection of your authenticity and self-awareness. You know who you are and what you value, and you're not willing to compromise that for the sake of social convention. This integrity in your relationships is yet another sign of your lone wolf destiny, marking you as someone who walks through life with purpose and genuine connection. Conclusion: as we've explored these 7 signs, thriving in solitude, finding social interactions draining, possessing a strong sense of independence, difficulty conforming to social norms, deep connection with nature and animals, intense focus on personal growth, and selective approach to relationships, it becomes clear that the path of a lone wolf is both challenging and rewarding. I